me crazy. You know you peep that lady. Bring the beat.
Hello beautiful people, this is yaibe IXNOZI and welcome to my channel. This is the series Fashion Forward, okay? And we're going to be speaking about Amy Smilovic today, and she is the founder of Tibi and the creative director of Tibi, honey. She started Tibi in 1997 in Hong Kong, and then she moved to America in 2000, and now their headquarters are in New York, honey. New York, New York, New York, New York. She is doing the great things that needs to be done, and I am so inspired by her, guys. I hope you guys are gonna be inspired by her too. I've been following her for a very long time, so I'm just like, damn, like, yes, honey. Yes, honey, like, she is so inspiring, guys. They always have Instagram lives every Wednesday. You guys should check their channel out, guys. Like, I'm gonna show you guys some things. I'm gonna show you guys some things right now.
Mom was doing all of our shipping.
Your mom?
And she was working
Georgia,
at the local
right?
high school. Right.
Come on.
And I think people just don't realize, like, if you're buying from a new designer, it could have been shipped from their bathtub. There's a lot of good smoke and mirrors there. You come in and you do your job and you show that you have a tremendous work ethic and you ask a lot of questions, and every day you're all in and you are constantly learning, you get to move to the next level. That is your, like, you demonstrated the ability to move to the next level. You've got to check off on all of those boxes.
She is amazing, amazing, amazing. Amy is a member of the, I'm just gonna read it off, of the Council of Fashion Designers of America. I really don't want to mess this up, so I'm just gonna like kind of read it here a little bit. And Tibi supports programs such as eBay's You Can't Fake Fashion, which is amazing. They're really part of a lot of initiatives. Amy and Tibi have also been featured in some of these top publications such as Vogue, LA, I think that's how you say it, Marie Claire, Women's Wear Daily, Net-a-Porter, Vogue, Digital, and Style.com. I mean, Net-a-Porter, Digital, and Style.com. Alright? I hope I said that properly. Before she rebranded Tibi, she actually spoke about how she was living a lie before she started, or before she rebranded her brand, right? Rebranded her brand. That's really nice. Okay, anyways. And I'm just gonna read what her reply was in this Vogue article. So she says, So she says, I think that when I started the company, it was very much with the mindset of focusing on different trends. And so, one season might be printed skirts, and the next season might be about minimalistic, okay? Minimalistic sweaters and whatever. I was gonna say whatever, and that was really great for a while. And then when you have the fashion come along and they started really kind of chipping away anyone who just kind of had a business based on trends, my business became really, really vulnerable. And that's when I kind of did some soul searching, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to compete with Zara and Topshop. And I decided that the only resource that I really have that I can really count on was my own taste and my own point of view. There was a time in her life where she had to really be like, girl, we gotta switch something, okay? I don't think what I said before really made sense, but I'm sure you guys get the point that there came a place in her life, a time in her life where she really had to dig deep in what Tibi's brand voice was about. So she says, And my designer Tracy at that point had been with me for a few years, and she and I both had very similar point of views. So, you know, once we gave ourselves permission to create that line that we always wanted, it was extremely liberating, and it coincided with the time in the world that authenticity is more important than ever. Amen to that. There's so many ways to check you out and make sure that you're the real deal. And the only way you can really be that is to be that. Being the real deal. I love that. I really love that, guys. I love it. I completely love that. And then in her Refiner 29 interview, she says, and the revamp paid off. In 2016, the brand, or this is what they say, and the revamp paid off. In 2016, the brand generated more than $45 million in revenue and 103% increase from 2010 just by being authentic, guys. Pivoting. That's the power of pivoting, according to the Business of Fashion. And this is what Elaine Chang, Tibi's president, says. She says, we continue to focus on strategy and healthy growth for the business. We are looking forward to a strong year with our business abroad in Europe, Middle East, and Asia. Y'all should come to South Africa, okay? Especially that we are now managing these regions. Amazing. This is really amazing. I really love this story, guys. I really do. So in any case, without further ado, let's get into this video and let's talk about Amy Smilovic. Smilovic was born in America, Indiana, and when she was 8, her family decided to move into an island in Georgia called St. Simon's Island. Is this cool, guys? I think we're right. She admired artists like Frida Kahlo, I hope I said that properly, guys, and Georgia O'Keeffe. And then also there's other people that she admired, which I'm not going to speak about right now. So she's always had a thing for starting a business, and while she was at school, she would make scarves, belts for local boutiques. She would sell them to local boutiques around her area. But it wasn't until she actually went to New York when she really started to take this seriously. And just given her business experience in American Express, and also arguably, I think that's how you say it. I don't know how to say it properly, but some business like that, right? She really said, you know what? I'm really gonna start a business. She used to work in sales a lot, and when she wanted to really launch her business, she obviously spoke to her husband, and her husband said, girl, you need a business plan though. And while she was talking to her husband about the business plan, some stranger was actually listening to their conversation, and this is what they said. I'm just gonna read what they said. Go make your product. If you sell the product, you have a business. If you don't sell the product, you don't have a business. So she was like, okay, fine, I have 4 styles, so I'm going to make them and sell them, right? And then if she sells them, she has a business, and if she doesn't sell them, she doesn't have a business. That's when her business started to grow. In 2010, she decided to rebrand Tibi, which is her company, right? She founded the company. And honestly, guys, this was a huge risk. She was taking a huge risk by deciding to rebrand Tibi because it was actually successful. Like, Tibi was actually doing really well. So let's start at the beginning. 1997, when she actually started Tibi in Hong Kong, people. Oh yeah, before I actually tell you guys about what happened in 1997 or during that time, I want to show you guys the 2010 looks in Tibi and now. Yeah, see the difference? Okay, let's start. So just after she got married to her husband, he was transferred to Hong Kong, And since she was starting her life over again in Hong Kong, she just decided, well, why not just start this entrepreneurship lifestyle that she's really wanted? Like, why doesn't she just start her business? And so she did. Plus, she does state that Hong Kong is an entrepreneur's dream. And I'm gonna get into that right now on the reason why Hong Kong is actually an entrepreneur's dream. But I really found this article interesting. I really found these articles interesting just reading about her life and how business savvy she is. Like, I didn't know Hong Kong was like an entrepreneur's dream. Like, why Hong Kong? Why Hong Kong? And I was actually speaking to my dad about Hong Kong, and he was just like, he's very positive about Hong Kong. He's always like, yo, Hong Kong. He knows the history about Hong Kong and everything, so he's always telling me a lot of things. And he's an entrepreneur himself. So what really sparked this creativity in her is that she would watch her father paint as a little kid, and it just sparked something in her, hence why she became a designer in Tibi and decided to, you know, make clothes. She decided to sell her designs to expats in town, and I honestly did not know what expats meant. So I'm just gonna put it on the screen right now, but it's basically people who just travel the world and look really good from what I saw. But if it's something different, just comment down below, okay? So they started wearing her clothes all over the world and her name started to grow. She really loves Hong Kong. Like, you can, like, while I was reading the articles, I was like, this girl loves Hong Kong. Like, she really does. And she actually says that it's because when you, for example, go to a restaurant and talk about business, people in Hong Kong are more open and they're really just positive about your business. They really ask to help. They'll be like, yo, like, how can I help, and all of that stuff. Whereas in New York, when you speak about starting a business, everyone just speaks about how badly things can go. They just talk about the negative. So New York has this negative vibe about just, you know, starting a business. If you think about starting a business, people in New York usually have like a negative vibe about it, whereas in Hong Kong it's like, yeah, do it, you know, and everything. There's passion behind it and all of that stuff. From what I read, that's what I got. Okay guys, that's what I got, but I'm sure she will agree that that's what she meant, right? In any case, in her own words, Hong Kong is all about the can-do attitude. So it's a passionate place to go if you're an entrepreneur. So back to now, right? Although Tibi actually went through a lot of challenges by rebranding. Is it a lot? They went through a bit of challenges, okay? By rebranding and etc. They play such a major role in influencing fashion. They inspire women to embrace and define what modern femininity is in their own terms, which is what I love about it. Like,
Vanessa, and from Upper Manhattan, Washington. Let's see, I started teaching in like 2005, and then my certification exams, went back to school, and then took a year off, and then I got a job as a ed director.
Wow. Consultant in fraud investigations, but now I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been wearing Tibi for a number of years. I can try my Tibi essentials, which is the first thing and the biggest thing I love about the brand.
Even if you see their like collections and their clothes, it's amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna show you guys a clip right now of just what they're all about, honestly.
Hey guys, welcome to season 2 IG Live. And we actually put this filter on this time and it clips it. We'll put this in audio because it's still there. Anyways, yeah. Welcome back. Season 2.
Because I think at our brand we really love to experiment with silhouettes that are a little bit more oversized, but finding that perfect balance is very important too.
love about Tibi is that they actually don't mind having a conversation with their customers or their audience or with the people. They actually feel free. Like, I don't know, like the fact that they actually just go on live with you and they can talk to you and tell you like, okay, this is how you can dress, this is what will complement your body or anything like that. They really want to have a conversation with their customers, and that's what I really love about them. They're for us, you know? I'm gonna show you guys the fall 2021 trailer, so enjoy it guys, because it's really lit. Please also go check their YouTube channel and subscribe. You guys already know what it is. I was already subscribed to it because I love their content. So she really didn't know what position she was in at that time when she actually started Tibi, because there was no other fashion brand producing clothes in China, like an American fashion brand producing clothes in China. So she really started at the right time, and it was just a calling, I believe. I think fashion is a calling, you know, just being a designer and doing what she does is a calling. Like, even if you like watch her Instagram lives on Tibi and her personal account, you really just see that she has a huge passion for fashion. Like, every Wednesday, guys, they're on live teaching women how to, you know, put clothes together, giving advice and etc. Like, honestly, this is why I love this brand. Like, they're for the people. They're for the people, and they're really passionate. Like, they really want to start a conversation with you. They really want to have a connection with you. Ugh, Tibi. Hello, my Tibi. Also, during that time, just to recap to 1997, okay? Back then, like, a lot of families would work in the manufacturing industry, and they wouldn't be getting paid a lot. They'd be gaining like pennies. Like, they wouldn't be getting paid a lot of money. So during that time, she found two Chinese men who really wanted to earn more money and didn't want to earn pennies like the rest of the family. So it was a great opportunity for her, and honestly, like, they were really great people who knew how to sew. Opportunities. Take them if it's your calling. If it's your calling, take them, sweetheart. Take them. In 2000, her and her husband came back to America, and she then established the headquarters of Tibi in New York. So in one of the articles, they actually ask her what role does intuition play and how does it hone in her profession right now. This is what she says. I don't know how I'm gonna do this while doing my eye makeup and reading at the same time, but we are gonna try to multitask. Okay? This is what Amy says. She says, "This is really hard for me to answer. I can't say there was any real point where I knew. In fact, probably from the first day, out of sheer optimism and ignorance, I assumed that this was going to be very unique and significant. I assumed that it was going to be very unique and significant." You see, I'm saying the same thing again because I'm looking at the camera and I'm looking at... Oh my gosh. Anyways, I've always been fueled by this kind of optimism. My parents didn't just have a glass full mentality. To them, the glass was always running over. And that is on abundance mentality, guys. We're going to get into that. Abundance mentality. What does it mean to actually have a mentality full of abundance? Because a lot of people just have this lack mentality, and it's bad. It's killing our society. Stop having a lack mentality and start having a mentality full of abundance, especially if you're a Christian, because we serve a God who is abundant, honestly speaking. Let's get into it. Intuition is very important to me. almost to a fault, because sometimes I don't slow down long enough to validate. Oh my gosh, I can totally relate with that. But the world is moving at a real quick pace, and it's extremely important as an entrepreneur that you are able to sift through data very quickly to make decisions on where or how to move forward. If I had to rely on bar graphs and focus groups to point me into the right direction, I'll still be back at point A. Period. All right? And I think what she really touches on here, well, what really got my attention was this abundance mentality and lack mentality, and how she actually explains how you need to be very flexible as an entrepreneur. To be honest, I believe some of us kind of have a lack mentality without even knowing it, and I'm just gonna explain it through an example. So for example, when it comes to giving, right? If you are a person who will be like, okay, it's time to give, and you're just like, man, what if I don't get this money again? That is a lack mentality, because you believe that this money won't come again. That is your mentality. You believe that, oh my gosh, this money will never come again. That is having a mentality of lackness, if I can say that. But you are in fact telling the universe, or you telling yourself that this money will not come again, and guess what? Your body, your habits, your actions are going to react that way. I understand sometimes like, no, I'm being wise and etc. But honestly speaking, if you want to challenge yourself in life, if you want to live an abundant life, you have to be willing to give. That's just a fact. You have to be willing to give. And if you can't give, then life won't give back to you. It will literally be like, oh, we have a selfish person here, so we're going to be selfish too. That's literally how life is going to be. That's literally how the universe works, right? What you give is what you get. I think that's the saying, something like that. But that's literally how the universe works. I think we call it the law of attraction, right? It speaks about it in Matthew 7. If you go to Matthew 7, it's the golden rule. They speak about the golden rule. I believe Oprah has spoken about that quite a lot in her interviews and stuff. So if you're in South Africa or anywhere in the world, I believe this brand is still anywhere in the world. But anyways, I'm going to use these lashes, and I'm going to be using this eye glue. You can get this in discount. I love them. They're amazing. Voila. Okay, so back to the story, right? Let's talk about intuition, right? We're not really taught on how to trust the intuition at school. Like, nobody really teaches us that, oh, like, if you have this certain intuition, or they don't teach us how intuition actually feels like. Like, we don't know if our intuition is correct or right. It's more of a trial and error thing that you have to learn in life. So I wish they taught us how to trust our instincts, because that would be such a great lesson, to trust our instincts. Because what I've realized with most of these entrepreneurship stories is that they'll be like, I trusted my gut. Like, I literally trusted my gut. I trusted my instincts. Like, something told me to just do it, and I did it. And we can say, yes, arguably, that it is God, but God could have given us the instincts to, feel something or feel the truth or anything like that, of which I believe in. Because usually when someone hears the truth, they can either deny it and fight it, or they can accept it as what it is. But at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, and you have that instinct of, oh, nah, they were really speaking to me, whether you're defensive of it or not. But in any case, like, we're not taught at school how to feel intuition. I'm gonna say this: if you're really thinking about starting a business, obviously you have to look at like the logistics, but if you have that gut feeling that, okay, I think it's time to start my business and stuff like that, start it. Okay? Please start it. I know I just said stuff like that. Why do I keep on saying stuff like that? But in any case, if you have this instinct, or you have this gut feeling that, okay, it's time to save up for a business, it's time to really invest into my entrepreneurship journey, invest in it, okay? Invest, all right? On that note, she actually does say that 90% of the battle in being an entrepreneur, I'm just so shocked at how full this thing is, in being an entrepreneur is believing in what you actually sell. That is 90% of the battle. This is like quite a lot, but it's all right. And she also states that, obviously, of course, if you want to start a business, Hong Kong is a really great place to start your entrepreneurship journey. I don't know about now, but this was like an article. Well, the articles that I have were written in like you know, 2017, 2016 vibes. So they pretty like still relevant. They're pretty relevant. In her refinery interview, she actually does speak about how she felt like she was living a lie before she rebranded. Oh my gosh, there's some makeup here. Before she rebranded, and she always just felt like with any interview she had, she would always have to put on the Tibi costume. She was then asked to explain the importance of authenticity, and I'm just going to read what she said in this article in Refinery 29. She says authenticity authenticity is simply putting forth something that you believe in, about which you are passionate. It would make me upset if I thought I was just pushing products out the door in hopes that someone would buy it. For me, the passion is very real, and I think it shows in the designs and the thoughtfulness behind each collection. Amy Smilovic is a family-orientated person. Most of the things that she does is actually linked to her childhood and how she was raised. I basically said the same thing, but you get what I mean. Most of the things that she does is mostly linked to how she was raised. She mentions how some people just talk about how they want to live this amazing good life, but her parents actually said, you know what, we're gonna take it and actually work for it and actually live that good, beautiful life that they want. And that really inspires her till this day, and we actually see it in her brand. Like, she's very passionate about it, guys, like super passionate. They even have Instagram lives and speak about how to actually style yourself with the Tibi clothes and any other clothes, to be honest. Like, I don't know, this brand, there's a reason why I love this brand, but I'm gonna get into it at the end of this video because it's amazing. She has two boys who really actually remind her of herself at their age, so that's pretty inspiring. She definitely loves being creative, and that's something that she actually does all the time, day to day in her business. That's why she loves it. Like, I mean, it's her business. It's her business. She doesn't have a mentor, but she reads a lot. She reads a lot of different business books, and I love this. I really love this. If you don't have a mentor, read a book. If you know how to read, if you have the internet, there's nothing to complain about. Like, literally, the world is your oyster, honestly speaking, and you have nothing to complain about if you can read and you have the internet, because even Amy, who owns Tibi, continues to read. So since Tibi is about just embracing and owning the definition of femininity and just being your own woman, right? Guys, Amy is so confident. Like, I don't know, while reading these articles and just seeing her on Instagram, because I really do follow her, she just exudes confidence and authenticity and just realness, to be honest. Like, she's a real person. Like, you know, when you meet someone who's super real, like someone who just sticks to their core, someone who's true to themselves, that's what I see when I like look at her Instagram page, when I read her articles. I was gonna say that's what I see when I meet her, but I've never met her. Anyways, there's also a sense of just this ongoing learning. Like, she knows that she doesn't know everything, so she's willing to read more, like just rebrand. The fact that she actually rebranded her whole Tibi brand in 2010 was such a huge step for her. Like, that is confidence right there, to be like, nah, like, this ain't for me. Like, no, I'm gonna rebrand this whole brand, this whole fashion brand, and make it more authentic, make it like amazing, and just be true to self, honestly speaking, and just having a unique brand voice. That's what I love about her. Like, she was not afraid to rebrand, and I think for a lot of us, sometimes we're kind of afraid to rebrand. We're kind of afraid to like change, if I guess, as a person, like to make a huge change in our lives, because we're scared about how the people are going to react, how the people are going to think. For example, starting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, starting something, doing something different, being into fashion, but you're an accountant. You get what I mean? Like, it's a huge drastic change, but we live in a world where you can be whatever you want to be if you really put your mind to it. To be honest, we have the internet. Like, I always say this, we have the internet, we have social media, guys. You can do whatever you want to do if you believe in it, if you have faith. And then honestly, like when I look at the times we live in, it's honestly a revelation of what Jesus came here to do, which is give us an opportunity to live our best lives. Like, guys, we have the internet, we can take videos like this, we have a whole microwave, we have a whole laptop, we have cars, we have airplanes. Like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. Like, have you ever thought about it? Like, these things never existed and now they exist. Like, you can literally talk to someone in Australia right now instantly. What? Crazy. So honestly speaking, like, if you want to rebrand, if you want to start something, take that leap and do it. Really do it. And that's what I get from Amy. She trusted her instincts. She just did it. She said, okay, don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. You can learn along the way. You can really learn along the way. Yeah, you might fail right now, but in the next 2 years you might be a success, or you can figure out things as time goes on. In any case, obviously learn about the industry before you get into it. That's my biggest advice. Like, really get that expertise, that interest, that, you know, that thing. Because with Amy, she did work in the business industry for a while. She was in the sales industry and etc. So she really does know how to incorporate the skills that she learned in her past in what she's doing right now, which is very, very, very important. You really have no excuse to be great in life. Like, you have to be great. Like, there's no excuse anymore. You have to be great. Limitations are just an opportunity for you to do something great. Remember that. Okay? So if you have a book, if you can read, and you have the internet, there is no excuse. Literally no freaking excuse. Read, communicate, learn how to express yourself, because people love people. I promise you, even the people who kind of hate people, they have people that they love. People love people. We're influential human beings. We love talking to each other. We love helping each other. And deep inside, the person that you know, yeah, maybe you might be thinking about that person who's like, nah, I don't think that person can even love anyone. I'm telling you, deep inside, our souls want love. Our souls want to be seen. And if you can express yourself, communicate to people and truly express yourself, they can feel your soul. All right. I actually found her usual daily routine interesting, and I'm sure some of you guys would be like, nah, it's not that interesting, but I actually found it interesting that she actually wakes up at 6 a.m, goes straight to work, and then she has like 3 cups of coffees before 12 o'clock, which is really bad. But in any case, she spends most of her days creating new ideas, new designs and stuff, and she can do that because of her beautiful, amazing team. Amazing, right? She can do what she loves because of a beautiful, amazing team. And one of the things that she really loves doing on a day-to-day basis is just being creative. So we're gonna go back into intuition again, because I really want to press this on, like, intuition, guys. Trust your intuition, trust your gut, okay? So in one of her Vogue articles, she says that they ask how big a role does your own intuition assume in the design process? And she says, I think that it's all intuition, but I would say that it's intuition with a tremendous amount of experience. And then building on the base of that intuition, I think having traveled all over the world and having been in business before starting a company, I have a lot of experience under my belt and have very, very diverse company. It's diverse in terms of race, religion, and age, and also of these things. And so all of these things just normally come into place. I mean, when we're designing in the room, the age will go from 22 to 60, and you might easily have 6 or 7 countries represented, and all different skin tones and all different religions. So things just come into place really naturally when it's just a part of your environment that you are living in, which I find really amazing. She speaks about diversity. She speaks about how you need to trust your intuition. She speaks about, honestly, just embracing all cultures, embracing everyone from every different country, and I find that cool. And you can really see that in Tibi. Like, you can really see the designs in Tibi, that they're very, like, diverse and amazing. So big thumbs up to that. Sorry guys if I didn't read that very well, but you can just go down to the article, okay? Just go to the articles, okay? Or just rewind if I didn't say that properly. But intuition plays a really huge part in her designs, and because of her experience, because of how she worked in the business industry, that really just helps a lot. So the next question she actually got asked by Vogue is, what's the next wardrobe item you're going to invest in? And she said one of my favorite things, and that's what I'm wearing right now. She said, I'm still buying more blazers. I did an Instagram story the other day, and no one ever told me that they're tired of the well-tailored blazer trend. You know, no one is tired of luxury no one's tired of luxury tailoring, and I love that. Honestly, blazers are the best. I also love blazers. Like, blazers, blazer, dear blazer, I hope you live on in my life. I hope that we sleep together in my grave. Just kidding, okay. But blazers are amazing. I really love blazers. Are you guys a blazer fan? If you're a blazer fan, imagine if you are a blazer fan, just comment down below, okay? All my blazer people say hello, all right? And that is the end of the video, guys. Amy Smilovic is so amazing. I completely love her, guys. Like, I'm sure you guys can see the smile on my face, maybe the whole video, I don't know, but I really love her. She's so amazing. I love the brand Tibi. It's great, it's cool, it's everything, guys. Like, oh my gosh. And what I got from her story is just trusting your own instincts, to be honest, and really just don't stop investing in yourself. Don't ever stop investing in yourself. Don't ever stop investing in your brand or whatever you're into, or whatever industry that you're into. Always have a passion. Be true to yourself. Be authentic, okay? When it comes to authenticity, it's very important to understand what you're all about. And that requires a lot of self-awareness. That requires a lot of just deep thinking, introspection, all of that dirty stuff that people run away from. You have to face, because you can actually use your trouble or the thing that gives you so much pain as an inspiration to design something or do something with your life or help other people and make an income through that, okay? So with that being said, guys, take the leap, invest in yourself, be true to yourself, be honest with yourself, all right? Be honest with yourself. In any case, this is your yaibe IXNOZI. I hope to see you guys in my next video. If you found this video so inspiring, or you have a friend that would find this video so inspiring who's into fashion, or who's a content creator, or a coach, or whatever, guys, please share this video with them and share these gems with them, all right? This is your yaibe IXNOZI. I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I think I already said that already, but anyways,